240 hungry fish share the tanks at Baltimore's Silburn Aquaponics farm.
Hey guys!
Farm manager Laura Ginello feeds them breakfast. From these tanks, water rich in what you might call fish manure flows through a filter system and into the adjacent plant beds, where lettuce and peppers grow and cucumber vines reach for the ceiling.
The fish provide all of the nutrients for our plants to grow, and the plants in turn filter the water for the fish.
It's called aquaponics. It combines aquaculture, or fish farming, with hydroponics, growing plants without soil.
All of our plants here are grown directly in the water, and they're actually all floating in these styrofoam rafts.
The floating farm grows about 5 to 10 kilograms of produce per week in this little greenhouse. And Ginello expects to raise about 250 kilos of fish per year. Aquaponics is catching on among environmentalists because overfishing threatens many wild species. At least half the world's fish are raised in farms, but waste from all those confined fish can cause pollution, says Johns Hopkins University researcher Dave Love.
And it's going to continue. There are fewer and fewer fish in the ocean, and more fish will be raised on farms. The trick is, how do we do that responsibly, sustainably, and in ways that make fish farmers money?
That last question is a big one for Chesapeake Aquaponics, about half an hour from Baltimore. While Silburn researchers are testing out the ideas, Ellen Perlman is one of the few trying to make a business of it. She's growing uncommon kinds of lettuce and other vegetables as winter approaches and fresh produce gets harder to find.
They grow well in greenhouses in the winter, and where else are you going to get a fresh red romaine unless it's grown locally in a greenhouse in the middle of the winter?
However, when the temperature drops, the fish tanks need to be heated. That costs money. It's one reason Perlman has not turned a profit yet. But these are still early days for her, and for the aquaponics concept, says Laura Ginello.
I think a lot of people really see the appeal of taking the waste product from the fish and using it as a resource in this system. And I think we have to be careful about not getting ahead of ourselves with our excitement over the system, because there are a lot of things that are not quite perfect about it.
This exciting, if imperfect, union between fish and plants is catching on across the country. And with growing concerns about overfishing and pollution, many expect to see it grow. Steve Barragona, VOA News, Reisterstown, Maryland.